It is hard to believe that on May 2nd, we will once again be having worship in this space. That once again, these empty pews will have bodies in them, although they will be socially distanced and there are all sorts of protocols that we have to follow. It'll be a great day. We have decided that we are going to move to a hybrid form of Sunday worship, an 8 o'clock indoor service, a 9:30 outdoor, and 11 indoor, and of course we'll then still have online. We think this will be the most all-embracing way for us to go for a while, and then we're going to adjust. We don't have any idea what's going to happen on May 2nd, but we'll try this for a few weeks, and then we'll adapt accordingly. Flexibility is huge. But one of the things I've learned in the last year of not being in this space, and I love this space. I mean, so many significant things in my life have happened in this space. My kids were baptized in this space. My wife was ordained in this space. I've buried the most beautiful people you'll ever know from this space. I've married people. I mean, it's steeped for me in the spirit of people from this place. But one of the things I have learned this last year anew is something I know and you know. And that is that the church is not this space, is it? In the first letter of Peter, what he tells us is that you and I are the living stones of the spiritual house. We are the living stones of the church, of the temple, whatever image you want to use. And therefore, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, as Jesus says, guess what? God is there. It's hard for us to remember that in the history of the church, the first 3 centuries was a time where people met in houses primarily. The first building we know of that was probably bought as a separate kind of meeting space was in Dura Europa in, I think, the year 250. Before that, it was all houses. It'd be like if Roger Greene had the church meeting at my home. I don't have a big home, but I could get 15 people in the living room. I could then, for the liturgy of the word, for the sermon, and then we'd move to the dining room table for communion. This is what the early church did. I'm thrilled that we're moving back in here, but let's not lose this acute sense that you and I are the church. We are the dwelling place of God. We are the living stones. And therefore, wherever we are, outdoor, indoor, small little group, that is where God dwells. And I find that absolutely remarkable.